The most important media outlet in the country right now.
Welcome to The Watering Hole. This is episode 138. We are here at LIV Adelaide, back in the media centre, and we have a guest. And what a guest.
What a get.
Newest,
the best week for in-person podcasts.
It's the best week. It's the best week. Newest Majestic, Laurie Canter, mate. Welcome to Adelaide. Oh, have a sip of your coffee, mate. Go for it.
No, you're good. I was just looking at me there.
Welcome to Adelaide, mate. Welcome to the Watering Hole podcast. Thanks so much for coming on. First of all, how are you finding Adelaide?
Yeah, it's great. It's actually my third time being down here for this tournament, but and I've had one kind of round as a reserve.
Yeah.
Obviously a different feeling coming back this year and knowing I'm coming to participate fully, and so yeah, all the kind of planning and figuring out where we're going to stay and bits of Adelaide to see it's been really, really exciting knowing I'm sort of gonna be here in February.
Yeah, bit warm for you. You don't mind the heat?
No, I don't mind. I live in Dubai now.
That's so I was gonna ask you.
A bit of a home game for me now.
Yeah.
Yeah. So in terms of the heat, that's great. I love hot weather. It's great. I think we've got a great forecast this week.
Yeah.
So yeah, no, dead excited.
Yeah, we had Rachel Drummond on a couple of weeks ago, and she said she lived down the hall from you or something on the same golf course.
Sounding too dodgy, yeah. If I look out the front of my house, I look almost directly straight into her bedroom. So I've said to her, make sure your curtains are done.
Yeah.
So yeah, she's right there. Yeah.
She's talking about having a few drinks. She might be partying there, having a few drinks. Yeah. Nice one. Oh, Chris, take it away. Ask the man some questions, and we'll find out a bit about him, eh?
Well, Laurie, back obviously now full-time member of LIV Golf. You were on tour a couple of years ago. What's it like being back full-time now, just a team member?
It's awesome. Yeah, I mean, the first kind of year I played LIV Golf, I played the Majesticks for a portion of the team, and then I was on the Cleeks.
Yeah.
Back little portion with the Majesticks as a reserve, and so I kind of like a passenger in it, if you like. I mean, I love the experience and stuff, but I wasn't part of really a team that was establishing itself and had a full roster and all that kind of stuff. So coming in now and seeing all the things that have changed in that sort of 2-year period I was away, just even the wider team, the people involved in the social media, the sponsorship side, kind of seeing how professional that is. It's amazing to come into. I feel so lucky, so excited to be part of it. Hopefully take the team to I think where we really want to be, which is kind of pushing for podiums.
Yeah.
So how does tournament week look for you now that you're a full-time team member? I guess it's completely different to, when you were just a wild card or a reserve or whatever. What does that event week look like?
In terms of how the team operates or me
your
personally?
Preparation for the week and the team preparation.
Yeah, I think obviously with LIV there's elements of a huge part of LIV Golf is enhancing the experience for the people who come to the events. So as a player, you have to be mindful of that, and in the run up, giving time, finding kind of those pockets, those windows to make sure that the team and the people who are traveling with us to kind of showcase the Majesticks have the things they need to do that. So I think we're moving it to 4 days. The thing I've noticed is just how organised people are. We have, I mean, this might be quite boring for your viewers, but we have literally a minute by minute schedule of where we are, what we're doing.
Yeah, right.
And I think the Majesticks, certainly I found this year, is the focus is very much on we're trying to certainly play better and have better performances in the last couple of years. So it's like making sure we do our work with guys like yourself, which we do enjoy doing, and our sponsors, and activating that kind of way, but then enabling us to have good windows and pockets of time with each other as a team, playing and practicing with our coaches to ultimately try and perform and play as well as we can.
Yeah, you got the new kit here. You mentioned that this one's your favourite shirt. What do you think of the rebrand? Obviously, different Majesticks.
I reckon it's one of the best.
Standout.
Now, obviously going to the Bulldog. Yeah, the little Bulldog has got to be one of the best logos in LIV Golf, I reckon. And the fact that you've gone, to the colours of the UK, and that I'm all about it. So what do you think of the rebrand?
I mean, as a British guy, I absolutely love it.
Yeah.
I think I'm happy we've leaned into to the nationality.
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's sort of
lightweight.
geolocated sort of thing.
Exactly.
Yeah,
I think that's
yeah,
one of the really cool things about LIV. I think the mascot, the bulldog, what the bulldog stands for in terms of British culture,
Yeah.
is a cool thing. You know, he's like a brave. He's kind of punches above his weight.
yeah,
I like it. I th- you know, for me, I think having Castor come in, do the rebrand,
Yeah.
like lean into the colours that we're after. I think for me, it's great. I think as well, we have different opportunities throughout the year to kind of have a nod to some of the places we go
Yeah.
and how, but we go to some of the countries that are in the Commonwealth. Obviously, we're here this week, and I
Yep.
think that's all part of the journey of Britain. I think that's a really cool thing we can showcase. For me, I've loved it. There's obviously a lot of thought gone into it.
Yeah.
The guys who are part of that did a tremendous job here.
One thing, I know that you've got a question, so maybe you can segue into it, Chris, but one thing I'm really looking forward to, just because of that, the logo that you've got there, the main logo, Majesticks Arms at JCB.
Yeah.
I reckon that is going to look really good on the pub. Just that looks like a pub, logo. So I think that's going to look really good. Lead into your JCB.
Further to that, we've got like Rupa GC everywhere here in Adelaide.
Yeah.
With you guys now being an all English team, how does that set up for JCB? Does it is it even more of a home ground advantage now, and like the support's going to be even bigger?
I hope so. I think that's clearly one of the objectives of LIV is for blue sky thinking that we'd potentially be playing in venues where are effectively home games for the respective teams. I think this event has kind of flown the flag for that and for what LIV can be. I remember the first time I came here, you had the Aussie team, you had that sense of like camaraderie within the team.
Yeah.
I think one thing Australians do really well, and the English find it annoying, is that you guys really get behind
Sorry
your
about
team. The banter's good.
Yeah.
It's fun to be around. And
we won't bring up the Ashes. It's cool.
we can't. I'm literally leaving as soon as you mention that.
We can't talk about the Barmy Armies on the
Yeah, I'm scared of that.
I hope JCB is exactly that. I hope we get that support. I'm sure we will. I think the things that the team's been able to do at JCB with the Majesticks Arms the last couple of years, and there's going to be a couple of new innovations, I think, to kind of just bring fans in. It's fantastic, and I think it's now our job to go and play good and basically give them a team to really get behind there.
Yeah. It is exciting because obviously, the event here is massive. Like we've been here the last 3-4 years. Like it's huge, and then you've got obviously JCB. We've kind of been saying, is this the next one that's going to be
really take off?
Follow the Adelaide blueprint. And then, now with South Africa, like with Southern Guards, like obviously it was previously Stinger GC, but, it's going to be massive, obviously, for these, these geolocated teams and obviously these events, it's going to be massive. One thing I want to talk about, obviously, was Riyadh, night golf. How do you find night golf? Do you enjoy it? It's a cool thing to start the season, but as a golfer, like playing, is it something that you enjoy or?
Yeah, I've never done it actually. Like, I think I've played I've hit balls under lights, at a range.
Yeah.
I've never actually played golf. Had a load of different challenges, things I wasn't totally prepped for, to be honest. In terms of as you play the round, it gets cooler.
Yeah.
There's more water settles on the ground.
Okay. Yep.
Water affects the golf ball a lot. So,
Yep.
In terms of the amount of spin you're able to create, then you've got the challenges. The greens were in beautiful condition, but they're just slower than what we used to.
I was going to say, does that make it harder to read greens as well?
Much harder to read. Yeah, you had to almost use. I saw, I think Elvis aim pointed last week. And I kind of feel like if you were really into aim point last week, you probably had a little advantage because you could feel more than you could see.
Yeah, okay.
At times, and just it's obviously. I mean, it makes sense. You've got fixed lights shining in one direction versus kind of light everywhere when we're reading greens normally. And but I actually watched a bit of the telecast when we were in the players' lounge having lunch, reviewing, the next day.
Yeah.
And it looked amazing on telly.
Yeah.
Like it really looked good on telly. And I think that's something as a player, we obviously see what we see in that moment. But then once LIV get the broadcast going, get the drone shots, all the different elements, I thought it looked fantastic on TV.
The ball flight looks incredible when it's just taken off, especially on the range with the green lasers, and that looks unreal.
Yeah, it was cool.
Obviously, we touched on back on LIV Golf. You returned after like getting PGA status. What was the motivation to come back to LIV, and how did it all come about?
Um, I mean, good question. I would say it evolved really. I obviously got to experience LIV in 22 and 23, and I think once you play here and see it, and I'm one of the guys who is a believer in it.
Yeah.
I've seen all the places it goes, the places that haven't had a lot of golf, and all of a sudden you're getting Mickelson, Dustin, Bryson, DJ playing golf in these places they've basically either never played or barely went, in their career. And getting to do that in that field, I loved, so knowing that that option was available to me at the end of last season when I finished, and when I spoke to the guys at the Majesticks in that kind of week after my European tour finished, it was, I guess, weighing up how much I enjoyed it. Speaking to my wife and thinking a bit about my family, and my wife's someone who also really enjoyed being out with it. She loved it. Like the vibe's great. The staff are great. Like all the kind of family feel of this tour is different. And that's not I've not really done the PGA Tour, so I can't speak to that. And that's definitely not a slight on the DP World Tour, because
Yep.
that's fantastic. I feel very similar about the same, but I think if you're looking at what's clearly becoming the pinnacle of playing golf around the world, which to me is LIV, then
Yeah.
and that's how I identify myself. From someone who doesn't live in the States, and so for me, really, once I kind of sat down and looked in black and white at the two options, and what it would mean for me in terms of playing schedule, opportunities, family, all that stuff, it was, to be honest, it was quite an easy decision to come and do it.
Yeah, that's awesome. We had Sergio on the Fireballs up here before, and they got asked a question about the World Golf Rankings. What's your take on that, and how that's looking, and is that like a work in progress? These early sort of points. What's your sort of feel on that?
I think it's amazing. I mean, I think there's always there's going to be intricacies. People who understand the system in and out are going to have their view on it.
Yeah.
It's amazing that we've got world ranking points out here now. Okay, it's 10 guys, and we can pick the bones out of whether it should go down further. If you're asking me if it should go down further, probably. It should probably just be in line with where a cut might fall, on our size of field, which is probably going down to the low or mid 20s.
Yeah, halfway kind of thing. Yeah.
But fundamentally, you look at Elvis last week winning the event, goes to 75 in the
I was
world.
going to
Yeah, it's
say,
huge.
You're going
yeah,
to get you're going to get in the early 20 points for winning events out here. And if you're able to win twice in a year, you get the bonus ability, all that kind of stuff. So you're if you play great golf here, you can move up the world rankings. And for guys who are younger than me, who've I think everyone who plays here has aspirations still, but for the young guys especially who want to get that chance to go and play Augusta, Ryder Cup, whatever it is, that door's open now. Yes, you still got to break it down and play great golf, but thank God it's here.
Yeah.
Because
The opportunity's there.
I think if it had been another year or another 6 months, the system becomes, to me, quickly starts to not be reflective of where it is. And it already is. I mean,
yeah.
where John Rahman's in the world's ridiculous, where Bryson's in the world's ridiculous, David Puig is a better player than where he's in the world rankings. So, I think probably everyone wants to see a bit more progress made, but the OWGR, Trevor Ullman deserves, some credit. He's
Yeah.
come to the table, we got it moving, and where it'll net out, we don't know, but thank God there are points
Yeah.
available, and yeah.
Well, I think that's
The
the thing.
door's open.
Door's open.
John Rahm moving from 90 something to 60. I mean, obviously he's better than
Another
that.
60
But I mean,
spots to go, and
yeah,
it'll be about right.
exactly. But I mean,
But
it's like you said, for the young guys, it's another pathway that they can get to where they want to, play majors and all this sort of stuff. So it is a positive, and I think, obviously it will probably come with time. Hopefully they recognise a bit more. Obviously, some of the players, it seems like it's a bit frustrating that it isn't, going further down the list, but at least it is a positive that they're recognising that, LIV is probably going to be here, and that they need to
I don't think
recognise
it's
the
the
golfers.
end of the conversation, though.
No,
It's going to
no.
keep going, and it will keep moving forward.
Yeah, I just think there needs to be, this tour's, this is basically the fourth full year we're going into.
Yeah.
It's got the ranking points. That is a positive step. I think fundamentally we should all see that as a really positive thing.
Yeah.
I think in the past it's easy to if things are going against you, to kind of be perceived by, I'm going to say, the establishment as the tour of whingers or whiners. And I think we should try and not do that. This is
Yeah.
a really positive step, and there will, I'm sure, be movement within how the system works. And ultimately, I'm always someone who's like, if you just play great golf and you have an opportunity to do
Takes-
that, you will
Yeah.
climb up the world rankings, and it's going to reflect the sort of player you are. Which
Kind of takes care of the rest, doesn't it? Winning takes care of everything. So,
Yeah.
It's an extra motivation now, isn't it? Like, it's going to be even more competitive in
Yeah.
the field.
Absolutely, yeah.
There's 10 spots for other points.
Yeah.
How's your game tracking at the moment? Have you had a chance to have a look at the course? How does it feel for you?
Yeah, I haven't been out there yet. This is my 4th week in a row. I played a couple of events on DP World Tour, finished mid-pack, both of them, and then last week, after a really slow start, played, I think, a little better as the week went on. My game probably feels better than where my scores have been the last couple of weeks. And I've been excited to come back here. I think this course is it's quite a big strategic test. There's quite a big emphasis on putting. In terms of the guys who've won and done well here, they've picked up about 40% of their strokes gained by putting.
Yep.
And I think getting on top of that and getting on top of your short irons is something that I think a lot of the guys have been focused on this week, and something I've been practicing a little bit even last week, knowing we were coming here. So I think this is a good golf course for our team.
Yep.
I think last year the boys were leading with 9 holes to play, or second or third.
Yeah.
They were kind of up there.
Yeah.
And I think Sam had a great week. So hopefully we as a team, we can click a little bit, because I think we were all a bit disappointed where we finished last week.
Yeah. Yep.
And get some points on the board for the team, to build some more momentum into the next little swing of events.
Well, fingers crossed for maybe a playoff this time between the Majestics and Rupert, and that'd be
Yeah, we can
that'd
get
be
back
huge.
to the cricket. Yeah.
Yeah. That's it. Without going too deep into it, because obviously we asked Rachel as well, just because it was sort of fresh at the time. But Brooks Koepka, Patrick Reed, obviously that's in the news. I think you might have heard. I don't know. But what is it? I mean, our feeling, obviously, people can play. This is what the good thing about LIV is, I suppose, is that people can play wherever they want to play, as long as they're happy and they don't have to explain it to anyone. At the end of the day, it's just how you guys, make a living and all the rest of it. What's your feeling on, Patrick Reed and Brooks Koepka, and I guess in terms of what it does against, for LIV, and sort of moving forward?
They're both great players.
Yeah.
And I think ultimately, if you were objectively looking at it, you'd say it's a bit of a shame that you have to be that binary in what you choose to do within the world of golf. It would, like, I'm in the camp that thinks having to pick and ask for releases and this way of the I'm going to say the kind of where golf is it's not totally collaborative at the moment. It is still quite inward looking, and I mean, I think it would be, it's obviously a shame that they decided to not play here, but then at the same time, I guess one of the things that LIV's disrupted is the idea that players have that opportunity to do that. And they've decided at this point in their career they want to travel a bit less, play more in America. I think that was kind of the vibe I certainly got from Brooks, and I understand that. Like, he's a dad of, he's got a little boy, and I've got a little girl, a couple of little girls. So, and him being in America and playing LIV and traveling around the world, I can understand it. I think ultimately, like I said, it's, if we got to a point where we could all be a bit more collaborative with how we think about these things, and you had that option to perhaps play across all tours, which I think, to be honest, is LIV's vision anyway.
That's right.
That would be cool. But as it stands, I think it's LIV. It would be LIV's lost a couple of really strong players there, but I think at the same time, the guys who they recruited, as you've seen with Velvis last week, it's a really exciting young crop of players that have coming in.
That seems to be really. We were talking about it with someone here before, and just the young guys like David Pooge, Hossele, Elvis. There's plenty like that. Caleb Surratt, Tom McKibben, all these young guys, like they're unreal, and I think that's really exciting. Like, to get Michael Lassasso is another one that's just come in. Like, these guys out of college, it's a really exciting sort of place for them to land. In LIV. So I think
I'd have liked Kill when I was turning pro, I would have done anything to have the opportunity they have. I think it's.
Yeah.
I played with Sasso last week, and I know Phil's not playing these first couple of weeks, but it's you think about the opportunity that guy's got in front of him to be that
at such a young age.
Yeah, and he's already such an accomplished player. Like his game's brilliant, But if he gets on the back of Mickelson, who can chip away at his 1%ers, and he can play for world ranking points. He has access to these events. He's in my opinion, like got all the attributes to be world class already. You think what an opportunity.
So set up to succeed and learn from the best. Were you mesmerised by his quads though and his biceps? He's a big boy.
He's got a great set of legs. So
between him and Phil, they got the legs thing.
But that's obviously something he's got covered on his recruitment sheet. Yeah,
must have good legs.
A lot of talk about Michael Lasasso's quads and body.
Plenty. Yeah.
Angus tipped us in before. He said you're a gun tennis player. You is that what you get to do in your time off? What are you doing in your off season?
I mean, I like tennis. I like paddle.
You're in trouble, Angus. You're in trouble. He's coming for you. He's coming for you.
He said they're trying to keep you guys away from playing other sports while the tournament's on. But
yeah, they have. I think we have a little criteria of what we've got to stick to. But yeah, I'm big. I like my racket sort of play. I think it's a good way of keeping fit. And yeah, I've become one of those guys a bit obsessed with paddle.
Yep.
So I'm like kind of beginning to you there too.
Yeah, we've got a new facilities opened up here, and I'll give them a little shout out. Paddle fit down at shout out. There we go.
We had Rick Shields here last year, and he was saying Padelaide, like how someone hasn't done that yet.
It's been trademarked.
Oh, has it been done now? Okay, someone was listening to the Watering Hole podcast, and there you go.
I played tennis a couple of years ago down at the back of the Oval, right?
Yeah,
all those courts. It's fantastic down there. There's an amazing tennis facility there. So it must be something down here. You guys obviously do it great. But yeah, no, it's. I think if I can get a game early in the week, I'll try and do it. I know Sergio's really keen on paddle. Played with him a few times, so get a few games in.
Now, one thing, we're not going to keep you too much longer, but one thing I do have to pick your brain. So tomorrow is Pro-Am.
Yep.
I'm playing in the Pro-Am, and I'm shitting myself. I'm absolutely packing it in. So Chris is going to caddy for me.
I'm nervous enough about that.
If you're nervous about ranking the bunkers, you might not get out of them. What advice can you give me when I'm on the first tee or the 10th? You tee off from either. On the first tee, what can you give me just to settle the nerves? What do I need to think of? One, I'm going to think of Laurie Canter. I had Rachel Drummond give me some advice as well. But what's a tip that you can give me to try and calm the nerves, or at least lie to me? Give me something. I don't know.
You'll do great.
Yeah.
I mean,
no, ability's not there. I'm not a very good guy.
I reckon nerves are like interesting. If you're just like nervous because of, are you nervous because you don't want to like look like a tit? Or
no, I think I've accepted that I go day to day, and that's kind of a daily thing. It's don't know what the nerves are. Can't explain it.
Yeah. I'd say, you need one little key swing thought. Yeah. That'd be my thing. Have one little feel or thought. Commit to that. We all look stupid sometimes. I wouldn't overthink it. I've played with so many amateurs who clearly are nervous and racked with fear, and I think that's actually part of the game.
Yep.
I think I've had that plenty of times playing different scenarios. You get it's not the nerves that will kill you. It's like probably not. It's actually the lack of focus in the nerves. You're kind of focused on the nerves. So
that's
get a nice
good
little feel on the range and think, I'm just going to do that off 10, and it'll go where it goes.
I like it.
Yeah, free yourself up. It'll be.
Hopefully you get Laurie tomorrow.
Tomorrow's my moment. I'm coming. I'm taking that trophy. I'm not leaving here without the trophy. I may have to steal it, but I'm not leaving without it. What we'll do is we'll go to the final 4 questions. So we always have final 4 questions that we ask all of our guests that come on. The first one here is pretty standard. Now, Rachel Drummond, you'd probably know her, and she loves the innuendos, so she took this the wrong way. She said you guys call it a 4-ball, and we like to lean into the dirty talk a bit here. So we said a fantasy foursome. So yourself and 3 other golfers don't have to, well, they can be dead or alive, mythical creature, as White usually says, Family Guy character, whatever you like.
But could be the 3 of us.
So yourself and 3 other people, or anyone that you'd play a round of golf with, if you had one more round to play.
I think I am a bit of a golf perv. I'd love to have played with Hogan.
Yeah.
Sure.
So
Yep.
he'd be
Yeah,
on
I've
there.
had him before. Yep.
Hogan, my dad. Got your dad in, haven't you?
Yeah.
I don't know. I'm trying to think if there's. Be cool to go out. I'm trying to think of like a good comedian who plays golf. Just because that would be quite a serious 3-ball as it stands. Like
Yeah.
a
Jimmy
pro.
Carr.
There you go.
English?
Jimmy
Carr?
Carr. He'd
Yeah.
make us laugh.
Oh, yeah.
You'd need someone in that group to break the ice because I
You
don't think
do.
you'd get much out of Hogan. You'd just be
No.
watching and admiring, but he was quite an insular guy, wouldn't he?
Whitey said about 10 words this whole podcast, and he's come in clutch there with that.
Jimmy Carr, even if he can't play, we'll just get him to
he would-
lighten the mood a bit.
Yeah, he'd
I
be
like that.
ripping into everyone. Oh, it'd be torture.
Nice one, Whitey. Good
Thanks.
job. Yeah. Awesome. The next one, what is your favourite course? So it could be a live course. Let's maybe let's do one of each. So favourite live course, and then favourite course that you've either played or not played, or you want to play.
Favorite live course, I'm gonna say Hong Kong.
Yeah, that's
It's a
one
really
I haven't
cool-
played it, but
Really cool venue in a great city. So that Hong Kong,
It looks really pretty. That court, it looks really nice. Yeah.
it's a beautiful spot. Favorite golf course. I did this the other day actually. I mean, you could say Augusta National.
Yeah.
It's like, but that feels like just saying it because there's actually a course in France called Morfontaine,
Okay.
which is in the mid. It's like quite a famous. It's just about an hour outside Paris. It's in the middle of this kind of old school heathlandy type forest.
Oh,
It's
nice.
pretty amazing.
Yep.
So Morfontaine, I'm going
And
to
you
say.
played there before?
Yeah, played
beautiful.
there. I played there.
Nice one.
It's a lovely place.
I'll
Yeah.
have to look it up and get it on the list. Now, the most important part of this whole weekend, it's not about winning; it's about the watering hole. So the 12th at Grange here is the watering hole. We've got
We
the
take
watering
very
hole song.
seriously.
Yeah, we've named after it, I suppose. The watering hole song. So what's going to help you get amped, get the crowd pumped to get the ace on 12? Can you give us a scoop of what your song is, or what you're thinking if you haven't picked one yet?
It was the second song at our wedding is "Freed from Desire" by Garland.
Oh, nice.
Very nice.
Yes.
Gets
There we
everyone
go.
going
I like
a little
that.
bit. Everyone, you either bobbing along or you're. If I'm kind of later in the day, people will be
Oh,
hopefully pretty shit faced by then.
Yeah.
So.
I like it. I like the
2 o'clock
tide
in
of
the afternoon.
yeah. I like the tide of the wedding.
Yeah.
Keep the missus happy. I like that.
Yeah.
But this does matter because every one of our guests, we do 100 episodes. We've had one that's it's been done recently, but 100 episodes goes into a playoff style bracket. So we'll
Okay.
put you in a poll. If you can get the win, we'll send over a little vinyl record for you. So
Okay, I love it.
whether you keep it or
Nice.
not, throw it in the bin. That's up to you. But some think it's a great award. So it's the worst named award ever. But yeah, you'll see when you win. And the last one, if you weren't on the Majesticks, let's hope that you are, and hope you stay there and you guys get the win this weekend, represent. But if you weren't, sorry, Angus, but if you weren't and you had to name your own team, you were the captain, what would you call your team?
So I'm from originally a place in the southwest of England called Bath.
Yep.
And it was built by the Romans. So I'm going to say the Romans.
The Romans.
The Romans.
Okay.
It sounds like I'm
Cool.
Italian, that, but it's like.
Well, there's a couple of Italians here.
Okay, so there we go.
Yeah,
So you boys can
Couple of
run
recruits.
point for the team.
we'll
So
be
yeah,
caddies. I
I'll
think
say,
we're good enough
the
to play.
Romans.
Yeah.
Merch guys. There we go.
Awesome, mate. Well, thank you so much for
No,
coming on the
thanks for
Watering
having
Hole
me. It's been fun.
podcast.
Cheers.
It's great to meet you.
And you
Thanks
too.
again. Good luck this weekend.
Thank
We'll be rooting for you and the Majesticks as well. You got a couple of Aussies. Don't tell the Aussies, but we'll be rooting for the Majesticks as well. All
Thanks,
right.
boys.
Thanks,
Cheers.
Thanks,
Cheers.
mate. Cheers.
Cheers.